So if you haven't already, hang on a second. Make sure that you're at the bottom of your window, it has your name. So otherwise I'll be calling you iPad or by your parents' name, depending on what you're using. Everyone's muted, so if you have a question, use the little raised hand icon and I'll see it on my screen, and then I can ask you to unmute and then ask a question. People still coming in. There is a chat there. There's always a chat there. It is open to everyone, so please no bullying on there, no spamming. You will get one warning, and then the second warning won't be a warning. You'll be booted out. So one warning and then booted out if you don't abide by the rules. And the only other thing we ask is that at the end, if you have a drawing that you really like, then email it to Brilliant Kids so we can post it up on social media, things like that. And then I can actually comment on it as well, because I'll see them, because I follow Brilliant Kids on Instagram and Facebook with my own Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, we'll be connected that way and chat and see each other's work, which is great. So this class is a little bit more advanced than the last class, which is for younger kids. I still want to keep it a bit simple, just to get you guys warmed up for later on in the term. So today you'll just need paper. So I don't know how many, I have a bunch of sheets here. Pencil, I've got a couple that are sharp and ready to go. So if one gets blown enough for waste time sharpening, and an eraser. That's all I'm going to be using today. Pencil, eraser, paper. So I'm going to go through a few things. I'm just going to turn this. Don't know if you can hear that. I've got a heater down here. So let's turn it off so it's not making noise. I was thinking of just drawing a simple character today that, well, sort of a simple model for a character that everyone can then put their own twist on, and then we'll draw that character in some different poses. So we'll keep it simple, sort of chibi-ish. And then from that, we will like draw more realistic characters in the weeks to come and hopefully build up to something bigger. Okay, so this screen with that's highlighted with the frame around it, this is the one you'll be looking at all the time, because this is where I'll be drawing. But this is just so you can see me and talk to me and things like that. And I should have brushed my hair. But anyway, I need a haircut. So first thing I'm going to do is going to draw a character sort of chibi style. So let's draw a big circle for a head. And I'm using a 4H pencil. Where'd that come from? I usually only use 2Bs. This is really light. I can't use that. 2B. So I'm now using a 2B pencil. I like the darkness of a 2B pencil. Like you can have your own preference. I don't usually swap grades of pencils in my drawings. I always use a 2B. But if you feel like you want to swap around and use different pencils for different things, go ahead. I'm actually throwing this one away because I'll never use it. I don't like them that light. Okay, and you can see that my circle is very rough and sketchy, because we're just planning something out. We just don't want to have a blank page. So that's going to be the head of my character. Chibi characters usually have smaller bodies. So if that was the size of my head, I don't want to have the same size body. So I'm going to bring it in a little bit, maybe about there. So that works out to be maybe 2/3. The body's going to be about 2/3 of the head shape. Totally up to you though. So I'm just going to add in, turn that into like a flat on the bottom, curve on the top, like an arch, slightly wider near the top. That's going to be the basis of my chibi skeleton. So this is the ground. Pardon me. So I don't want it to have no legs. So I'm going to cut this body short. Like that. She might just rub out the bottom. And I'll just add in some legs. Keep them pretty thick. Well, roughly the same thickness would be good. Like that. Maybe a small foot. So again, I'm not doing anything. My phone's almost dead. Not doing anything final. It's all sketchy still. So there's a little feet you can see, just a little bump on the side. Maybe arms is also thick with a circle on the end for a hand. Like that. Now with the head, I might change this. Mine's a bit off center. I might add a jaw in like that. So I just added a shape to the bottom. So it has cheeks, a bit of a chin. This one's lopsided. There we go. Okay, so we have that head shape now. Draw a line down the middle. And where those cheeks sort of come in, a line horizontal. So this is going to be the skeleton for our chibi character. Eyes are going to be somewhere here. And then mouth, whatever you end up turning this character into. So keep that, and then on a separate page, because this is our reference, this is what all the chibi characters are going to look like. You can add ears, horns, tails, wings, more legs, more arms, whatever you want. One big eye in the center, that kind of stuff. But this is going to be our basis. So now that I have that, I'm going to move it to the side. I'll just leave it so you can still sort of see it in shot. Like that. No, I'll put it there. So you can still sort of see it. And on this page, new page, I'm now going to draw that again, but I'm going to turn it into a character. So this is where I want you to turn it into whatever character. You can turn it into a cat, person. It's going to be sort of on 2 legs and 2 arms, roughly. So, it could be some kind of animal creature. It could be a robot. It could be a zombie. It could be whatever. So just let your imagination go, but try and keep the same proportions that we've just come up with. We're just drawn over here. See, I like werewolves, so I might turn mine into a little werewolf boy or something. So this is where I'm going to start. Actually, I might give him a big, thick nose. It's a bit more like a lion nose. No black lip, little fangs. But yeah, start just messing around with different designs. See what you can get to work for you. This could be a character that you draw already, that you've already designed. I mean, you could do this with existing characters, like you could turn this into, like a Transformer or a SpongeBob or a Ninja Turtle, whatever kind of thing. Mine looks more like a tiger now, or a lion, so I might change it to that. But yeah, it's best to come up with your own ideas though. So mine's going to be like maybe like a sphinx. So that'd be cool. So it's a lion head and have wings and a human type body. Again, I might change to the body to make it a bit more feminine. So I'll just draw over the top of this one. Use this orange pen. So this was the, it's sort of just a standard. Could be a boy or a girl. It's like a child kind of thing. But I'm going to sort of bring it in so it has a little bit of a bust like that, and then come out like that. So it's a bit more of a stereotype feminine body, a bit more of a waist kind of thing. Just to give this sphinx some shape. Make sure the legs are the same thickness. All right. So, says Michelle Rosenberg. You got a question? You have to unmute to ask a question. No question? Put your hands up, that's all. No, okay, I'll put your hand down. Let's go. I'm going to start. Let's see what you're doing. How about Nate? Do you want to show me what you're doing? Hold yours up. What kind of character are you doing? So actually, I'll unmute you as well. Do you want to unmute and you can tell me?
Yeah, well, it's not really like animal or anything. It's like a character from a video game.
Okay, who is it?
Yeah, it's Link from Legend of Zelda.
All right, cool. Show me. Hold it up.
It doesn't look exactly like him. But...
No, it's just very hard to see with the camera, that's all. But cool, yeah. Oh, that was so yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, okay. Nice work. What about Ethan? Do you want to show me what you've got, what you're working on?
Okay.
Oh, cool. Are they big tusks?
Yeah.
Is it tusks or a mustache?
Tusk.
Okay, cool. I like that. It's a cool idea. Well done. Liam, what are you working on?
I've only drawn the head.
That's okay. What are you thinking of doing? Oh, that's cool. That looks like Biomutant. Have you played that game? Yeah. That's pretty cool. Okay. Bianca, do you want to unmute?
Yep, I just unmuted. Haven't really drawn much, but drawing like a little haunting little ghost girl sort of thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like it. It looked like an eyeball hanging out, but it's an arm.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh yeah, it actually does.
It does look like an eyeball.
I'm just trying to adjust it.
Yeah, no, that's great. Good job.
Yeah.
All right. Reese, what are you working on?
I'm doing Wolverine. I've just done
Right.
it because I haven't completely done him yet.
Cool. That looks really good. I like that. Well done. Who have I asked? How about Michelle Rosenberg? How's yours going? Do you wanna show me what yours looks like so far?
Hello.
Hi. Do you wanna show me what you're working on?
Stop it! I don't want to though.
You don't have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
My sister did that. Go
It's
away,
okay.
Sarah.
Is your sister drawing as well?
Yes.
Well, why doesn't she show hers?
She's really embarrassed. Oh yeah, I'll show you hers. Wait, okay.
I can't see. Oh, it's hard to see. That's cool. I can't tell what it is though.
I can't either. It looks like an angry sumo wrestler.
Maybe it is. That's good too.
Sarah's an angry sumo wrestler.
All right. Okay, I'm still working on mine. How about Abdul? How are you going? Do you want to show yours? Do you want to unmute? There you go.
I've been working on like this.
Oh, cool. I like his rosy cheeks. That's good. So yeah, you don't have to do it completely final. Good job, Abdul. You can just leave it sort of rough. I put like a lot of detail in the face on mine and nothing on the body. Yeah, totally up to you because we will use this in the next stage to do some poses. So maybe we'll draw this character running or falling over or something like that. And then we might even use this on another day too. Depends on what you guys think. So I'm just going to add some quick hair to mine, sort of like a Cleopatra wig. And now I don't want to spend too much time on this because we're going to run out of time before we know it. So I'll make sure we get a lot of drawing in. Hair going up like this. So I'll give you guys a few more minutes to get yours done. Sorry, not started. I want a tail on mine, a lion tail. And some kind of Egyptian outfit. So it's like a toga kind of thing and maybe some strappy sandals. You can color it if you've got time. I'm just going to shade mine in quickly. You can color it later also after the class. Leave another one there. Maybe they don't have fingers. Maybe they're just rounded paws. They can have fingers if they need them, but maybe just most of the time they're just round. I think that's about it for my one. Little circles on there for beads. I don't know if I want wings on mine. So if you've got time, you could think about what this looks like from the side. What I might do quickly is just fold this over. I don't know if you can see it. Move that one out of the way. You can sort of see it underneath. So I'm going to try and sketch some of it and get an idea of what these characters look like side on. So that's about where the foot is. Maybe they have a little bottom. The neck. So that could be a guide for what the characters look like side on. And let me I'll rip this up. There we go. It's roughly what they might look like from the side. So 38, right. So I want you all to keep that character close. I'm putting mine up near my, yeah, looking at it. Stand up, sort of. And let's draw that character now in a few different poses. So I'm going to move these out of the way. No, if you're looking at that, I'm not sure. I'll try to keep them here. All right, so imagine you have to draw the full character in there. Just draw the shapes of these little guys. So let's do a side on one. The head sort of flat at the front. So that's where you do your nose and your eyes and stuff. Move in a bit so you can see that. So a character running. So I'm just going to sort of start off with stick figures and shapes. I want the body leaning back. I know they've got a sort of bottom heavy body. Do one leg pushed forward. And then, you know, if you're running, you've got one leg forward and one leg back. Like that. Could do actually, if I rub this one out, this body. I can have this leg forward. So this one's closer to you, it's on top. That one's behind. Because when you're running, when the leg on this side is forward, the arm on this side is actually back. So that means the leg on the other side is back, so the arm on the other side is forward. Like that. Does that make sense to everyone? And then what if they ran and then they fell over? So they're flat on the ground. Maybe their face gets a bit squished. The head's like that. Bottom maybe sticking up. The shoulders forward. That's the eye closed. Maybe like they've just fallen and the body's sort of rolled up a bit. They're almost doing the scorpion. Done that leg a little bit too long. That's okay. So with these poses, I want you to draw your characters in these poses. So you can copy the outlines that I'm doing, but then the detail turn it into your characters. What's something else? What if they were curled up in a ball? I'm just going to draw a big circle, figure out where the head's going to be. So there's like one eye, two eye. Maybe the legs are tucked up. In front of the face. You might see the bottom come around up to the back. The hands could be wrapped around as well. Or they could be out. Like if they're doing a jump spin or something. Well, yeah, you could even turn this one. Nate, sorry, Nate, I wasn't looking down and noticed. You got a question?
Yes. What way are we doing it right now?
You can just draw these figures and then later on turn it into your characters.
Yeah.
Because I'm using all the same proportions as these things.
Cool.
Whatever you're doing. So yeah, I just drew this guy with the legs curled up. But
Yeah.
you could even have this one. He could have could be kicking or something. Maybe this leg could be sticking right out. He's kicking towards you or something.
Yeah. I'll just mute myself.
You can mute yourself. So this character has 4 arms and 4 legs because I drew 2 in the one spot there. Or even maybe just someone sitting. Big heads. I think I've drawn some of their bodies a bit bigger than the model sheet. That's what this is. This is basically a model sheet. This is the model for drawing the character. Sorry if that was not in the screen. There's just some ideas there. Running, falling, curled up in a ball, or jumping, kicking, sitting. It's just some things you think about and try and draw your character in different positions instead of just drawing characters that just stand up straight all the time. You want to draw them doing stuff. Now, the problem with drawing characters with heads that big is that they can't, like my character, can't really put her hands on her ears to cover her ears because her hands are really short. She's like a T-Rex. She's got really short arms and a big head. And you'll find sometimes in kids shows, they will have characters like this and they'll hold a phone and they hold the phone to their ear, but instead of holding to the ear up here, they'll hold it just to the side of their head where a human would hold the phone. Just things like that. It depends on what you want your character to do. You have to make sure that they're able to do it with the design that you've made for them. So yeah, I want you to try at least one of these poses and draw it today's lesson. We have about half an hour left. At least one, draw one of these poses with your character's details on it. I'll do one as well. I'll draw a couple more little poses as well. What about a superhero landing? That'd be a good one for Wolverine. I gotta have one arm down like this. Body, one arm out here. Maybe you have to see that. There we go. One arm down onto the ground, one arm up high, one knee bent, I think, on the foot, and another leg out this way. You see Wolverine doing that one, maybe with his claws. One, two, three, four, five. Ooh. And let's do another one. What about like a dancing one? So see how I started out with a line? I want to think of the foot here and the body stretched up. So Isaac, did you have a question there and then turned it off? No, okay. I just looked up and saw your face and then you went away. So this one I'm going to try and think about maybe being on tiptoe and get the leg in first. Alex, you've got a question.
Can you please go back to the superhero landing one?
Yeah, it's still in the pose, in the picture there. You can still see it here. I'll zoom back in it in a second once I draw this one. So I've got the foot there. I've got sort of the body. Maybe I want this other leg to be out with the toe pointed. Big head. That's the front of the body. Maybe the arms are sort of up like a ballerina. Well, I've already done the body too long and the head too small. This is one of those poses I was telling you about. It's hard to do with the short character. Maybe I need to. Yep. I don't know if you saw that then, but I just drew the arm twice to try and get it the right position. All right. That one's not so great. It'd be better if I had reference for an actual dancer. Nate, got a question there?
Do we have to do any of those poses, or can we make our own up?
You can make your own up if you can think of a better one. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Isaac.
Yeah. Can you show all the poses on the screen, please?
Is there one in particular you want?
No, I want all of them to be on the screen because I've got my screenshot thing ready.
Okay. Is that okay? The head's cut off the other one, but that's about. Otherwise, you'll start losing detail. Can you see them all?
Yep.
Hang on. How about that? There you go. Screenshot it.
Wait a minute.
Do you get it?
I just need to.
You know, you just get print screen.
It's
right?
okay. I got it.
Okay.
Got it now. It's good.
All right. So you should be working on one of these poses or another one of the character that you drew in this form. There's a side on one too. Isaac, do you need that side on shot? No, okay. So again, this character became that, and now I'm going to draw that in one of He's about in one of these poses. Or a couple of those poses. I'll do those while you're I'll try and leave that on there and I'll move over here to draw on a different area of my desk so you guys can still see those. And then I'll give you about 5 minutes, maybe 8 if I forget. And then I'll ask you to start showing me what you got. So I'm letting you do a lot of free drawing in this one. Make me proud. And we'll keep checking to see if anyone has questions. Just remember to keep it rough and loose. Doesn't have to be perfect first go. It can be rough and then until you get the right shapes and that you're happy with, and then you can clean it up. Is anyone having trouble and needs help? Just put your hand up and I can have a look. Everyone looks busy drawing. Alex, you got a question?
Please show you two of mine.
Yeah, let me have a look. It's really hard to see. I can see you guys standing there. What's down in the bottom corner?
This one.
Yeah. I can't tell what that is. Looks like a dinosaur.
It's actually not a dinosaur. It's the superhero landing one, but with a sword and
A sword. Yes, I see it now. I can see the the big impact lines coming up. I can see it now. That's a better view. Cool. Nice. Good job. There we go. Forgot to mute Alex. All right, anyone else reached a stage where they want to show me? Yeah, okay.
I haven't really drawn much, but I was spending a lot of time on the running one.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know
cool.
if that's dark enough or
Yeah, I can see that perfectly. That's really cool. I like that. Well done.
Yeah.
Is that a bit of a bandage wrapped around the head that's loose?
The bandage. Oh no, I was in kind of a rush, so it's actually meant to be some of her hair.
Okay, you just haven't colored it in.
Yeah.
What is the white part of the head? Is that a little cap or something?
It's one part of her hair is like dark and the other's just plain white.
Oh, okay, so just white hair and black hair. Okay.
Yeah. Like the Cruella.
Yep, that's cool. Nice. And she's wearing a skirt.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's really good. Good job.
Thanks.
I still haven't seen Cruella yet. I need to see that.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I've heard. My partner's seen it. My family's seen it.
Hmm.
I haven't.
Yeah. I have to tell you, towards the end, it gets a little bit sad.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just have a big cry. I'll be good.
Yeah.
So I'm still working on
Mute.
mine. Oh, sorry, yeah, I forgot to mute you. I'm still working on. I was doing the running one as well, but I'm trying to figure out how her hair goes. I'll just show you how her hair might go, sticking out this way, and then how the rest of her head looks. So I'm still fiddling around with that. Reese, you got a question?
I finished all of them. I've even colored my Wolverine.
What? Oh wow, that's cool.
And then
He's so
I
bad.
also drew him like normally.
That's cool. You need to turn off your background because it changes your picture.
Oh yeah, Wolverine's face is turning blue.
Yeah, I could see.
Just wait, I'll quickly do it. None. Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that one. And that one, he's buff. He's so big.
Hey,
That's
Mr.
cool.
Edwin, did you know it's nearly my birthday?
Is it? When's your
Yeah.
birthday?
My birthday's on July 28th.
July 28th. Oh, and how old will you be?
9.
9. Cool. Fun. I can't remember being 9. I'm so old. All right. Let me put your hand down. Was this Sam? Samry? Do you want to unmute? There you go.
I've been
How,
working on
how do you say your name? What's your name?
just say Sam.
The Sam? What
Yeah.
nationality is that name?
Do you know the movie Predator?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, on him, I kind of like tried to make him Predator themed,
Yeah, that's cool.
and then it was like a dude, that one there, he was sitting on top of a crane, and there's like the city below it, and there's the dancer driving it.
Is it powered by dance?
Yep.
Nice. Good job. Oh, where'd you go? I didn't mute. There you go. Mute you. Isaac, you got a question, or you want to show me something?
Yes, I've got my character and have done and I'm waving, running, and crouching.
Is he like just black and he's got a mask on? Is it a clown mask? Or just a white mask?
Yeah, he's a robot and he's covered with wires.
Has he got a bow tie?
Yep.
That's cool. I like it. I like that design. It's nice and simple. Good job. Nate. What's going on in Nate Town?
I will. This is my just normal him,
Yeah, that's cool.
and this is him on the side running,
Oh, cool.
and this is. Oh my god!
He's like jumping up and about to thrust his sword down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice poses. Good job. Okay, so we've got about 15 minutes left. So I want to try doing another thing, but I also want to finish my drawing. Let me just, I'm gonna have to rub out this hair again. It's just not working for me. Because now, I'll show you what I've got. Zoom in. I'll hold it down there. So I've got this hand coming forward, but I need to do this hand back now. So it's going to be in front of the hair. That's why I had to rub the hair out again. But she's also wearing a skirt that has a little bit hanging down the front, which is what that is there. So that's sort of the shape of her body. Put the top of her toga on. The hair I'm just going to have to do out like that. And then actually her tail would be over the top of this foot too. So that's my running pose. It's a bit more difficult than I thought. Okay, so we've got our characters. Now, I'm just going to put mine back there for a second. What if, this is going to be hard, what if we change the proportions of this? What if it was a bit more realistic, more anatomically correct for a human? So we would have a smaller head. We'll still keep it the same as this with the cheek and everything. It's better up there, isn't it? So, so draw a line down the middle. Let's add that jaw on the bottom. Still keep the eyes in roughly the same spot, but maybe they're a bit smaller now. Now there. And then this one doesn't have a neck. So what if we gave it a neck and a rib cage? And shoulders. See how it's changing now? A little bit of a gap there. Give it a pelvis. And we could, if we gave it the same legs, they would still be short legs. We couldn't really give it the same arms because the arms would be way too short. But because normally the hands come down to about there. Roughly below groin level. So I need to move this out a bit to show you where the legs would go instead of there. Well, basically that is half from the top of the head to around the pelvis, mid-pelvis, is half the length of the body. So if I measure that, I've got my fingers set in place, and then I move this down. The feet are actually going to be off my page down here onto this other page. And half of that is where the knee is. So that's proper, that's proper human proportions. So you can mess around with that. You could keep the short legs, maybe not give the body complete human proportions. So let's say we kept those short legs, and then we made the body, that one's not the same thickness. Instead of the body coming up and just being like that, what if the body got bigger? Sort of like the Wolverine that Reese drew. We got a bigger body, and then the arms can still come down like that. And the head will keep the same shape, circle with a jaw, circle with a jaw. Hang on, Reese. And then, so here I do a circle, sort of a bit more in proportion, and a jaw like that. Okay, Reese, what was your question?
So basically, you're just drawing them bigger because it's more closer to the person, right?
No, I'm changing the proportions. Let's have a look at all three of those. See how usually you measure a person by heads. So if we look at this one, I'll get his leg back on. Roughly, I'll move the camera up so you can see. Usually a regular person is about 7 to 8 heads high. So this guy is 1, 2, 3, 4.5 heads high. So he's not really anatomically correct because his head's too big. Chibi characters are about 1 to 3/4 or 1 to 1/2. So he's 1. That's 1 head, and then that is about 2/3. So that is 1, and this is 2/3 of a head. Where this guy, if you measure his head, 1, 2, probably say 3.5 heads high. And this guy, I think, was say 4.5. Quickly see if I can look this up because we are running out of time. Normally, yeah, if you're doing perspective, you draw things bigger when they're getting closer, but this is about the character design. If you Google Andrew Loomis, spelled Loomis. Let me find this. He does a lot of old-fashioned drawings like this. But he has things like, oh, that's not the one. Well, that one I can work with. Where is it? Yeah. So this one is how to draw people. That's the one just there. Well, the feet are cut off, great. So you can see head units, that's the 8th head. So that's 8, 7, what can I point with this pencil? So from the top of the head to the chin is 1. From the chin to the nipples, that's 2 heads. Nipples to navel, 3 heads. Navel to crotch, 4 heads. Crotch to mid-thigh is another head. Mid-thigh to knees. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is about mid or just above the ankle, and then 8 would be at the bottom of the feet, but it's not on here. So that's how sort of people are, a regular human is split up into height. This is a great one as well too. So this one sort of shows like a baby is 1, 2, 3, 4 heads high because their head's so big compared to their body. But then as they grow up, let me see, it's 1, 3, 5 years, 10 years old. So that's roughly Reese. Should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heads high. 15-year-old is about 7.5, and an adult is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's 8. Sorry, I read it wrong. This adult is 8 heads high. So Andrew Loomis is good for that kind of stuff. It's more realistic, drawing, but it's good for breaking stuff down. And you can get all this stuff free on Google. Just Google it. It has male and female bodies. It has all kinds of things. So there you go. The heads are 3 heads wide. Arms are 1, 2, 3, 4 heads long. A leg is 1, 2, 3, 4 heads long. Things like that. Weird stuff. All right, Nate, you had a question. Let me see.
How would you how would you put if you wanted to draw a mask on them?
Mask.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on, let's do that. Well, Isaac did it already, but hats and masks are actually quite hard to sort of get around. You need to sort of figure out the shape of, just say this is my character.
Yep.
Nice boxy head. Maybe my character has eyes that are high, you know, and a big nose. This almost looks like a mask. And you know, the mouth is sort of this big. You want to make sure when you're doing a mask, if I can find a different color, that the mask is going to, you know, it might just be an eye mask or something, but the mask needs to have holes big enough for the eyes.
Yep. I get
Either, either nostril holes, a mouth hole big enough for the mouth, and it's going to sort of sit larger on the face. Or if you're doing a hat, like a side-on face here, like this, where the ear is. A lot of people just draw hats, you know, on the top, but hats don't fit like that. They actually sit on your head. So you need to think about the brim, or the hole, that's the hole inside the hat. The hat's going to then come up from there. You know, whatever kind of hat it is, maybe like a fedora, it's got a dent in it. And then the brim sits out from that. So a lot of people draw hats too small because they don't actually fit on the actual cranium of the skull, like the circular part of the head. So it's the same with hats and masks are sort of the same that way. Even if you're doing a mask on the side.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do another face like that one. You want to make sure that the mask, maybe it only comes to like part of the face. Or is this the kind of mask you're talking about, a full face mask, or like a one that just covers your nose and mouth like everyone's wearing for COVID? What kind of mask?
I was thinking like Spider-Man's or Batman's or something like that.
All right, so say it's a Spider-Man mask that covers his whole face.
Yeah.
So you want to think that you don't want to stick it directly to the face. You want to keep it off a bit.
Yeah.
But see how I'm coming around the nose here. It might come down here, like so you have this stretchy bit. You see that?
Yeah.
And then around the chin like that. So it might look like just as a small nose.
Yeah.
But you know, it might still have a big eye hole.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I drew a Spider-Man mask for you. But even okay, so using this face again we are out of time. Okay, quickly. If I was doing one of these kind of masks on this one, it would still sit away from the face. It might come around here.
Yeah.
You know, like the plastic masks you can get. It'll have a hole here. It'll have a hole under here for the nose, and it'll have a hole for the mouth. And then like tied on the head.
Yeah.
So see how it's not sitting flush to the head, it's sticking out a bit. Yeah. That's what you got to keep in mind, that kind of stuff. All right, we went a little bit off track there. But that is it. We are out of time. So same time next week. Keep practicing with hats and things, even with messing around with proportions, like small heads, big bodies, you know, bigger bodies to that head kind of thing. Design a couple of characters in that chibi style. Try a few different poses. Go to Google and type in life drawing reference or life drawing pose. That should be a safe search. Maybe have a parent nearby just in case. Usually there's no nudes. They're nice and safe. And because you get people in different interesting poses, and you can try and draw your characters in those poses. Or if you want to do superhero stuff like this one, just have a look at some comics and copy the poses. There's nothing wrong with copying. That's how you learn. So yeah, if you have a picture that you really like today and you're proud of it, take a photo of it or scan it and send it through to Brilliant Kids, and then we'll put it up on our social media. So I follow Brilliant Kids on Facebook and Instagram. I don't know if there are anything else. That's what I have, so I see them there. And then if I see your images too, I'll comment on them, things like that. And then you can see my stuff as well by going through my my Instagram, which is ArtNews, ARTNEWBS. That's on Instagram. I think it's also same on Facebook as well. But there's more on Instagram. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you very much. Peter, are you around?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Evan. Everyone, I hope you enjoy the class. And remember, take the photo and send it to us. I'm going to unmute everyone to say goodbye to Mr. Evan. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Later. Bye. Bye.